Today we are going to show you how to configure SD-WAN and test it. So if we have a look at our lab, we have two users, user 1 and user 2. We need user 1 access internet through the upper link to act as the primary link, and when it fails, user 1 will use the other downlink to act as a backup link. By the same method for user 2, we need user 2 to use the downlink as the primary one, and when it fails, it will use the other upper link as a backup link. So let's know how to configure SD-WAN on Sophos for user 1 and user 2 to control access internet for each one of them. So let's go to Sophos. From authentication, we already have two users, user 1 and user 2. Then from routing, click on SD-WAN routes. Let us now create SD-WAN route for user 1. Click add. Give it any name. We can name it SD-WAN user 1. From user or groups, we will select user 1. From link selection settings, select primary and backup gateways. For the primary gateway, select port B gateway, it's the upper link. For the backup gateway, select port C gateway. So for user 1, it will access internet from the upper link that acts the primary link, and when it fails, it will use the other downlink to act as a backup. If you only need to route traffic through these two links, select this option, which is route only through specified gateways. You only need the traffic to be routed through these two links, the upper and the down link. Otherwise, and if you need to route traffic through any other active links, if you have more than two links, assume here from this diagram, we have another third link connected to Sophos. And we need also to route the traffic through it in case the first and the second link became down. If you need to do this action, so don't select this checkbox. Finally, click Save. As you can see, we now create SD-WAN route for user 1. Its name is SD-WAN user 1. By the same method, let's create SD-WAN route for user 2. Let's name it SD-WAN user 2. And from traffic selector part and from user or groups, let's select user 2. For link selection settings, we will select primary and backup gateways. For user 2, we need the downlink connected to port C to be the primary. So for primary gateway, we will select port C gateway, and the backup gateway will be the other upper link from our lab, which is connected to port C and its name port B gateway. If you need to only route traffic through these two links, please select this checkbox. Now we have created the SD-WAN routes. From firewall rules, we have a rule called default network policy to allow traffic from LAN to WAN. Make sure it is configured correctly to allow traffic from LAN to WAN for user 1 and user 2. So we need to modify a small part of it as follows. We will select match known users and user web authentication for unknown users to let captive portal appear for any user need to access internet. Save. Also make sure that from netting rules you have a net rule to let users access internet in case traffic came from LAN to the WAN. Already we are using this net rule called net default network policy. Let's now test this SD-WAN route for user 1. We need to access any website. In case you found this error related to DNS, DNS probe started, sometimes we need to create a firewall rule to allow DNS to let captive portal works fine. So let's configure it from rules and policies. Source zone, traffic from LAN, destination zone, WAN. We need only to allow DNS. Finally save. Let's try again to access any website Now captive portal works fine, and let us sign in with user 1 credential. Before sign in, you can see that ping is still down. Let's now sign in. You are signed in as user 1. Now you can see the ping works fine after authentication from Sophos Firewall. Let's try to access any website now. Now user 1 can access the internet. Ping also works fine. Still we need to know and view which link user 1 use it to access internet. So let's make a trace to Google DNS. As you can see, user 1 now uses the upper link with IP address 50.50.50.2. It is the upper link as we need it to become the primary link for user 1. Also, we can confirm this point from Sophos log viewer. Let's check this log, first log. As you can see, out interface was port B. This link. Okay, it works fine till now. Now we need to test the failover process in case of a primary link for user 1 became down. So we need to make shutdown to this link from this router, CE router. Before shutdown, let's make a ping. We will now shut down this interface. So let's view our user 1. As you can see, ping became down now. Request timed out. Still Sophos C port be up. We need to wait meanwhile. It became now down, and as you can see, ping works fine now. To know which link user 1 use it currently, let's make a trace to Google DNS. As you can see now, user 1 use the link with IP address 60.60.60.2 from our lab. It is the down link, the backup link. Also we can see it from a log viewer from Sophos. As you can see now, there is a log, and the out interface now became port C. So user 1 is now using the other backup link related to port C. What will happen now when the upper link comes back to life and return it back up? Let's make no shutdown. From Sophos, we need to make sure that the gateways became up. Now it became up again. So let's now make a trace route to Google DNS. As you can see now, it uses link with IP 50.50.50.2, which is the primary link. Alright, and that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video.